What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Oh, yeah. So last episode, we set up the coke oven over here, and we were kind of waiting for, I think I put the 8 pieces of coal in there to smelt down and turn into the coke. Since then, I put 16 more pieces in there, so we have a total of 24, which filled up the creosote oil all the way full. So we have 12 buckets of this stuff ready to go. That's going to allow us to make the treated wood, which is required for pistons in this mod pack, and the pistons we were gonna do for the squeezer to take our combs and do stuff with. So yeah, that might be one of those first things that we should start looking at here. Another thing, I would like to get ourselves a bucket. I don't think we've made one of those yet, right? Yeah, I don't think clay buckets are gonna work for everything. Let's take a look. Bucket. Is that the iron plates? Yeah, okay, so we can just go ahead and use some of these iron plates that we already have. Make ourselves a bucket. Oops. One down here. Make ourselves a bucket. I think we can just right click. No, you have to put it into this thing. Okay, so there's a bucket of creosote oil. Now normally with the creosote oil, let's grab this, you just take 8 planks, wrap it around the bucket in a crafting table, and you can get yourself the treated wood planks. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so that completes a quest, treated wood. Let's take a look at that. That would be under immersive engineering. We didn't even claim this one. Let's do middle loot chest. We will do bottom loot chest. Okay, so we got 2 loot chests. Let's pop them real quick. Speed upgrades for mechanism. Not useful yet, but those are definitely going to be useful. And Oz Gloss block plus Tinker's construct. I'm not sure how useful this is at the moment. I know this, like, to make this stuff. Let's take a look at the recipe for that alloying process. So that's molten osmium, refined obsidian, and refined glowstone. So this is all mechanism stuff to make this, but I don't really know what this is all used for. So I guess that goes into a recipe to make primal mana. Okay. Again, I don't know how useful that is at the moment. Let's take a look at the recipe once again. The uses for the ingots. Those are used in an ultimate crafting recipe. Okay, for the ultimate ingot. Oh, goodness. Do I even want to know what the ultimate ingot is used for? I kind of do, just a little bit. Just a little bit here. Oh, boy. So combination crafting from extended crafting. All of this for a crystal matrix and Avaridia. Or all of that with the crystal matrix to make a draconic helm. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, boy. What about the ultimate crafting? Oh boy, what is this for? Creative power cell? Okay. Well, we're getting way ahead of ourselves here. I don't have a spot for this anymore, do I? Not really. I guess I will replace our sticks with that for now. Okay, so we have treated wood planks. This is going to allow us to make pistons. Let's take a look at the squeezer. I was going to type in recipe. The squeezer recipe. Wait, is it squeezer? No, it is... Was it the squeezer? What is that thing called? Oh boy, I can't even think of the name of it. We want to take the combs, not these. The uses for that, presser, not squeezer, presser, my mistake. Okay, so yes, we need 2 pistons to make the presser, and in there, it is this stuff. So we need 8 compressed cobblestone. Do we have that? We do. Awesome. So we have that. We do need redstone. That is an issue. No, it's not an issue. I thought we didn't have that. Okay, so we have everything to make our 2 pistons. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, you know what? That makes... Oh boy, I didn't even notice that. That makes 4 pistons with what we just did here. Recipe. Okay, so yeah, each one of these makes 2, and you can use any type of plate in there. All right, so all these changed recipes are things that I haven't been paying attention to, that close attention to. So we have everything we need with just 1 redstone, 1 iron plate, and 4 compressed cobblestone. Very good. Let's not waste the rest of our cobblestone at this point. All right, so then we just need 6 iron. I thought I scrolled the rest of it, and I didn't. And here is our presser. Very good. All right, so now that we have the presser, we can start looking at getting some of this wax out of these honeycombs over here. So we have the regular ones. I wanted the wax combs because I believe those yielded the most. We'll do the rest of the combs later, but the wax combs are the ones we care about at the moment. Okay, and more wax combs. Very good. All right, so those we can just toss in here. This doesn't require power. It just does its thing. It's magic. And there we go. There's our pressed wax. And we needed the pressed wax for mixing with the leather to make the hardened leather. And the hardened leather is used for making the glider wing. Now, another thing I noticed with the glider wing, oh, I guess we can also use it for making ender pouch. That's kind of cool. We need the impregnated sticks from forestry, which means we're going to have to make ourselves a carpenter, right? So that's just wood in the carpenter, but we need seed oil, 100 millibuckets of seed oil or olive oil, apparently, either way. And then in order to get the seed oil, we are going to most likely have to do another forestry machine, the squeezer here, and put some seeds in there. Yeah, there's ways to get more seed oil, I believe. I probably should have scrolled the other way. So things like a chestnut will give us 220 millibuckets. Cherries will give us 150. There's cherry trees around, so we might want to try and get that stuff. It would probably make sense as opposed to using regular seeds, which only give you 10 millibuckets. It's just a waste of power and a waste of time. So one thing I would like to do, though, walnuts I've been eating right now for, well, actually, let's take a look at that. I've been eating those for specifically getting more protein in our diet. You can see, one second, that is 180 millibuckets. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Can we do that in the squeezer? 150? Wait a second. 180. Okay, well, I guess you get more if you use the fluid transposer. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, you can see down here, our hearts are now at 4. So I've been eating a bunch of things that gives us protein. So our protein is above 90 now. So we have 2 additional hearts. It didn't give us another, oh, I guess it did give us a buff. We have toughness 2 now. So yeah, we have an additional toughness. We have 2 additional hearts. So that's pretty good. But yeah, pretty much what we've been doing is waiting for the fruit trees and the nut trees to grow naturally, which takes a while. What I would like to do is make ourselves some kind of a way to speed up this process. Now, I'm not sure if we can use the appetite here from forestry, turn that into the fertilizer, and if that will work on those trees. So that's something that I was kind of wanting to check out here. So let's take a look at this. So if we put that together, we get ourselves a bunch of fertilizer. Let's go take this over to one of the Pam's trees and see if we can, in fact, bone meal using this stuff. Because I know you can use it as bone meal otherwise, but it doesn't necessarily work on everything. So let's just try this out here. So here's a chestnut. Oh, here we go. Chestnuts for days. That's what I wanted to see. Oh boy. Okay. Now we're now we got some stuff going here. So again, the uses for this, we can put that in the squeezer and that'll give us 150 millibuckets. I'm fine with that. We could do the cherries, we can do chestnuts, whatever. Just as long as we're doing more than 10 millibuckets per item. Yeah, there's walnuts up there too. And these also provide protein, so I can eat those on top of turning those into seed oil. So yeah, that's going to be really, really good. So in order for us to proceed here, really, let's go back to the quest book. We need to unlock forestry. We can't do anything with this mod yet. So under the gates section, we do have forestry available to unlock, but in order to do that, we have to make a sturdy casing, right? All right, so let's take a look at a sturdy casing. So to make one of these, we need 4 copper gears and 4 bronze ingots. That's kind of an interesting change up for the recipe. The default recipe, I believe, is 8 bronze ingots. So yeah, they're making you do a little bit more copper, less bronze, and you get 2 of them per craft, which is kind of cool. So copper gears, we are going to want to make ourselves a gear cast, which also brings us to making reusable casts. We haven't done that yet. We made 1 disposable cast out of clay. Let's start making these. So gear casts, or I guess any cast, you can do out of 2 ingots of molten gold, or you can do, oh, I guess you can use brass. I didn't know that. Yeah, aluminum brass is what we're looking for right here. And I think I saw the recipe was 1 copper ingot to 3 aluminum, and that'll get us, I guess, is that 4 molten aluminum brass? So 1 copper, 3 aluminum. Let's start doing that real quick. So we already have 3. Actually, you know what? Let's not do those. Let's use our unrefined ones. You know what? We'll just use the unrefined copper too. Since we're only getting 1 ingot per ore, there's not a lot of reason to try and use our already processed ones. We should use the unrefined ones. There'll be less resources overall that we are wasting. Okay, so we'll just drop those in there, and then we'll drop these in there. Copper takes just a little bit longer than the aluminum, and then that should alloy, and we should get ourselves what we need. Now, before we can do anything with that, we are going to have to make ourselves a gear. So what kind of gears can we make? Probably we want to make some kind of a wooden gear. This will probably work. Let's do that. I don't have wood on me. Let's do 2 of those, or 3 of those, I guess. All right, so here's our wooden gear. We'll throw that onto our casting table. And I got an iron plate on me for some reason. All right, so let's pour that onto this gear. So that just uses 1 of the ingots. Yeah, we got 3 ingots remaining. So there's a reusable gear cast. I'm going to throw that into here for now. I did want to make a few more reusable things. Let's do... we'll do a reusable thing for the sharpening kits. We are going to want these so we can make the upgraded versions of sharpening kits and continue upgrading our pick mining level. So there's a sharpening kit. And we probably are going to want to do a few more things here. Let's do an ingot mold. That's probably going to be kind of important. What ingot do I want to waste? How about one of these aluminum ones? That's fine. We could also do like a seared brick, I think, or regular brick, but let's just waste one of these aluminum. It's fine. And while we are at it, I will just pour out that last aluminum in there, the aluminum brass. I'll stick it in here with the rest of our molds, and then we can go back to the gear cast. Okay, so now that we have the gear cast, we can start looking at making the copper gears. Now that is made with 4 ingots, so we're going to need 16 copper. Oh boy. 16 copper put through our smeltery, which still only can hold 2 at a time. I think it's about time we're going to have to upgrade this thing. Yeah, that's just not going to work too well, is it? How much more can we upgrade it? Well, we do have 12 of these. Can we just turn this into like a 3x3 smeltery instead of like this really ridiculously small one? I wonder if that is possible for us to do. It doesn't have to be a specific cube. I think you can, or a square shape. I think you can make it like a weird rectangular shape, if I remember correctly. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that seems to work. That gives us 4. It is kind of a weird shape. Let's keep going here. We'll make it... Can we make it a little bit deeper, maybe? We bring these back 1 block. Let's put 2 here. 2 here. And like so. How does that do? Oh, I didn't put the sear tank back. That's my mistake. Won't do very well without that. All right, so now we should have our smeltery going. All right, so now we have 8 spots available. That's a little bit better. Yep, and it can melt all of those at the same time, which is going to save us a heck of a lot of time compared to only being able to do 2 at a time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let this all melt down. I'm going to put in the other 8. We'll start casting out our copper gears. And we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I didn't check the recipe properly before, the sturdy casing here. I thought it was 4 copper gears. It's actually 2 copper gears and 2 bronze gears. They look very much the same, but they, yeah, I mean, if you're looking closely, obviously there's a slight color difference here. So yeah, 2 bronze gears, 2 copper gears. Right. So I just got done making these bronze ingots, and then we had to make 2 more recipes of that for the bronze gears, but we should have everything now to make ourselves a sturdy casing plus 2 additional copper gears. So when we want to make more sturdy casings later, I guess we're a little bit ahead on that. So there's our sturdy casings. So that unlocks the forestry gate. Let's take a look at this. And so we can get 32 more bronze or 4 sturdy casings or an aqueous accumulator. Let's go ahead and prepare to sleep here. Well, I guess we gotta wait a second. I think I'm gonna take the, well, I was gonna say I'm gonna take the bronze. Can I not sleep yet? Come on, it is nighttime. Huh. I was thinking that I was gonna take the bronze, but maybe we should take a look at the aqueous accumulator. Maybe the recipe for that is worth getting. That is a device frame, so that's tin, copper, and glass. That's not really expensive. Redstone servo, iron gears. You know what? I think we are just gonna take the bronze is what we're gonna do. I think that is probably the better option here, so I'll go ahead and claim that. All right, so that has unlocked forestry now. So forestry, welcome to the forestry chapter. This is a tier 1 tech mod. Forestry offers power generation, automatic farms, in-depth breeding systems for bees and trees, and more. The chapter leads to actually additions. All right, so we click the checkbox. We can choose a loot chest. Let's do the top one this time. Are we gonna get something good from this loot chest? Maybe. A thankful dinner. Top tier food, always edible, buffs players. Okay. That's pretty cool. It gives us a lot of saturation and a lot of hunger. But it does not look like it affects our nutrition system here. There's nothing listed there. So that is probably a food that we will just put away for now, but I'm sure that's something that we're gonna be wanting later. I'm actually curious here. The recipe for that: corn, cranberry, sweet potato pie, tomato toast, mashed potatoes, turkey, and a cutting board. That does sound pretty good. All right, so anyway, now that we have that all done, let's go to forestry. So Clockwork engine is probably going to be the very first form of power that we can do. And then there's also the carpenter, which we're going to need, and the squeezer. So Clockwork, I'm just curious what this thing costs. So it requires a clock, all right, some gold, a piston, some planks, glass. Does it have to be? No, accepts any block glass, and then a copper gear. Okay, so one of those copper gears will actually get some use here. I don't think we have any glass yet, so let's cook that up. We're gonna need pistons, which means we are going to need more of our treated wood. We're gonna need more of our compressed cobblestone. We need a iron plate and a redstone. All right, so let's make this. So there's 2 pistons, and then we need that glass. Okay, so the clock, we do have some gold already pre-smelted down, so we can make that real quick. I can place things in the right spot. So 1 piece of glass, okay? And then we need 3 planks. I don't know if I have any planks around. I don't think I do. There we go. All right. So we made ourselves a clockwork engine. So the clockwork engine is really cool. It does not require fuel. For instance, you just hold right click on it, you wind it up, and then it provides power. The only drawback is you have to keep right clicking on it in order for it to constantly provide power. So it's not really an automated thing, but it's like very good for basic starting power. All right, so going back to forestry, we can grab this one, and I'll do the middle loot chest. We'll just keep wrapping around on those. What do we get out of this one? Framed block from Block Craftery Common. What's the recipe on those? So a bunch of sticks. So what's the uses on those? We can turn it into slabs. Oh, okay. So this is like, I guess, a redone version of carpenter blocks would be my guess. Okay, that's kind of cool. So we can do some like interesting builds with those leaders. I guess we'll just throw them over here for now. All right, so let's move on back to forestry. We want to make ourselves a carpenter, and then we want to move on from there. So carpenter. So a carpenter requires a sturdy casing, some treated wood planks, and some water. Now, if I remember right, fresh water, I don't think the water regenerates. Oh, it does. I thought I tried that before and the water wasn't filling back in. Maybe oceans do, maybe it's like rivers or something doesn't. Because I could have sworn I was messing around with water over here somewhere and it wasn't filling back in. I can't remember exactly. Oh, it was, yeah, it was just right over here, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, because I removed a bunch of sand here. Maybe it was just a bug with the game client at the time. Yeah, this right here, this isn't filling back in. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So I think a bucket of water you can turn into fresh water. You keep your bucket so you don't have to make multiple buckets for these recipes, which is very, very nice. Yeah, maybe it's only like oceans will regenerate water. Let's try again here. Well, that seems to regenerate the water just fine. I was thinking we had finite water in this pack, but maybe I was mistaken. And I'll just fill that up full of water one more time as soon as I get that back in my inventory. All right, very good. So now we have the water. We need more treated planks. Oh, you know what? I need to get myself another bucket of creosote, so let's do that. All right, and then we need to get ourselves 8 more planks. Okay, so we should be able to do this. There's that, this, treated wood. Awesome. So now we have everything. There's our carpenter. Okay. Oh, let's wait for the quest to complete. There we go. So back to forestry. We have this one done. Bottom loot chest, claim it, and pop it. We get ourselves end stone bricks. I'm not sure how useful those are. If those are just decoration, or if we can use a chisel on them, turn into regular end stone, and maybe that's gonna help us out more than I know right now. Who knows? Let's just continue on though. So back to forestry. Squeezer is the next one we want to take a look at. So let's do the squeezer. So this guy requires us to have 2 tin gears, some more treated wood, 2 more glass. Let's smelt down the glass right now. Whoops. Oh no, no, why? Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad. Our cheaty gravel, our whole cave has collapsed on us. Oh boy. I was kind of hoping to keep this thing with the cheaty gravel for so much longer, but I guess not. Okay, well, I need to put a roof on this thing. I'll worry about that here in a little bit. And how much did I ruin? Okay, I think that's fine, yeah? Well, I guess now we have a better way in and out instead of through that little opening. Anyway, I want to put the sand into our furnace here and start smelting that down. Dang it. So we have the sturdy casing already. We have the treated wood. So we need to make some tin gears, which means we need 8 tin. And we've seen how this works already. So I'll just throw the tin in here. It melts a little bit fast. And we can make the 2 gears out of it quite quickly. So let me finish this and we'll continue on. And just like so, we have ourselves a squeezer. Very good. So that's yet another quest that we have completed today. We will take the bottom loot chest. Let's pop this. What do we get? A diamond shield. Can we do anything with that? Can we turn that into diamonds? Well, it looks like we can enchant it. We can mend it. All right. Pulverizer, yes, we can turn it into diamonds eventually. I don't know how useful that is. If that's something we should even care about. I guess I'll throw that into this chest for now. So moving on, we have ourselves a squeezer. We have ourselves the carpenter. So squeezer is like the important thing here. So let's put this down. And we'll put the clockwork engine right here. So hold right click. You can see that it starts turning different colors here. When it gets to red is where you want to let it go. And I'm not sure how many of these we put in there. Was it 8? It turns into 150 each. Oh man, it was like going fast and now it's going slow. Yeah, 150. So we're gonna need a few of those in there in order to make that'll do damage to me if I keep right clicking on it. Yeah, we need a few of those in order to make one full bucket of seed oil so we can transfer it over to the carpenter. And once we get it into the carpenter, then we can start turning it into impregnated sticks, which will allow us to fly, essentially. So we'll let that go for a little bit. Let's come over here. Man, this is hard to get over to now. Let's grab our pressed wax. It's a lot of wax now. We'll grab that. We'll put it with our leather. Leather. So much leather here. Yeah, we'll put it with all of this stuff, and then we should be able to make enough leather, or I guess the, was it the hardened leather? Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, definitely have to worry about nighttime now that we have a big hole in our, in our base. I will have to fill that in with something, maybe dirt, so we can have a grass roof, or maybe more cobblestone. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. So as that plus this turns into the hardened leather, but I don't want to turn all of the leather into hardened leather. Let's take a look at the glider. So we have to make 2 of those, so that is 12 that we need. All right, so now we have the hardened leather in order to make ourselves the glider wings, but we need the 4 impregnated sticks and 5 impregnated sticks in order to do that. The impregnated stick does require 100 millibuckets of seed oil. That makes 2 of them. Okay, so we should have about everything that we need over here, I would imagine. Gotta wait for 2 more of these things. Let's wind this up a little bit more. So I tell you what, I will just go ahead and let this happen. I'll put the seed oil over into here, which does require logs. Let's grab us some logs. Okay, so you set the recipe here and put the logs down here. And I think we can put the bucket of seed oil to fill up the reservoir, so that should make the impregnated sticks. All right, let's try that real quick. No? Oh yeah, seed oil bucket. This one goes here. Okay, so now we have the bucket of seed oil. The recipe is set. I do have to move this machine, our Clockwork engine, over here for it to do something. Oh boy, we're gonna be able to start moving around very, very easily here in a little bit. Okay, let's wait for the rest of these to finish up and we'll be back. So once again, we have everything ready to go for 2 glider wings, and then we can put it together into the hang glider. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So hang glider is going to allow us to move around a lot more easily than what we have been. The only thing that would be better right now is if we get ourselves a slime sling. Is that a thing that we can make, or is this a crazy hard recipe? So it requires leads, a bow, congealed slime block. Okay. You know what? I think I did collect some blue slime. Maybe we should look at doing that before we try and take off here. Oh, we don't have a lot of it though. Okay, there's some slime islands around. I will have to go farm the slime from those. We could either pillar up to it and harvest the slime, or we can wait for the slimes to fall. Either way, but the hang glider will allow us to like definitely move around a lot quicker. And if we get the slime sling, we can shoot ourselves up into the air and then use the hang glider quite easily to move around far distances, which is what I'm really looking for. So yeah, this is gonna be really good for getting us around to different places way faster. Oh, it seemed like a lot of work to get to this point, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get ourselves some more slime, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I just came over underneath this slime island. I was planning on pillaring all the way up there to get some of the slime, but there's just so many slimes that are dropping down, and we're getting tons of slime balls. So there's 42 of them. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So the slime balls, I believe we can do that and turn it into the green slime, right? So let's make some green slime out of the blue slime. Guess we can do one more of those. Okay, so there's a bunch of the slime blocks. So there's our green slime balls. So there's the congealed green slime block that we needed. Then we can convert the rest of the blue ones into green. if we wanted to. I don't know if it really makes that much difference, but yeah. So there's our green. So now we should be able to make 2 leads. All right. And there's our slime sling. So yes, slime sling plus the hang glider is very, very good. This is going to be a great way for us to not have to climb up to a really tall spot to get around. So slime sling down and hang glider go. Oh boy. So now we can definitely get around way faster, guys. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. So you want to get up onto the top of a mountain or something? Yep. Just a couple of slime slings, a little bit of hang glider action, and on the top of the mountain you are. I love it. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.